Wow, it has been a long time since I sat here and even spoke on YouTube, and sometimes in the last 4 weeks, I've actually forgotten that I even have a YouTube channel. I have obviously been very, very busy. I got the keys to the Pilates studio over 4 weeks ago now, and yeah, it has been a pretty wild ride. We've had so many late nights, painting, being on my laptop, trying to set the app up for the whole studio, the systems, like meeting staff, collecting staff, sorting timetables. Like, we have done so much. It is currently the 24th of June. Next week is July, which I cannot believe it. We have not even sorted a launch date yet. We've not sorted when our app's gonna launch, because there's so much to do on there. It's unbelievable. I'm hoping that we can launch it really soon. And wow, yeah, so much has happened. So much so that I can't even remember what I filmed, but I have filmed a lot of footage. I do know that. But I feel like I've not picked this camera up for over a week. That's bet it's been nearly 2 weeks. The last few weeks of my life, a lot of it has obviously been spent in the studio. There's not much else I've been doing, to be quite honest. I went to see Chris Brown last Monday night, which was a really last minute random thing. Basically, my friend had tickets for her and a friend. Her friend couldn't go, so she literally needed someone to go with her. So I just said that I would go. But it was a nice night, to be fair, but it was one of them. It was a really late night that I just did not need, and I was absolutely exhausted, but it was a good night. It was fun. And then we did a networking event last Wednesday night as well. So last week I was out of the house a lot. I felt really guilty. Actually, I had a lot of mum guilt, but I do just keep telling myself that it's not forever, and hopefully within 4 or 5 weeks' time, life will have settled down and we will get more into a routine. Even though we'll be working a lot more. Obviously, I'm working at the studio. I'm going to be doing Mondays, Wednesdays, and then like alternate Friday weekends. But it still shouldn't affect too much like my school runs or anything like that, or the time I even spend with the kids. So fingers crossed, once we are open, we settle into more of a routine. And yeah, I will just attach the footage that I've got, and then I will probably film a little bit more tomorrow, because so much has happened since I last filmed in that studio. Like, it is a completely different space now. I spent a lot of last week painting the exterior outside, and I got really badly burnt as well. You can't tell anymore because it's just gone brown. But wow, this arm was so burnt because the sun was just constantly on this shoulder. And I had no sun cream, because the sun cream that I usually keep in the car for like safety, I gave to Casper that morning, because the sun cream out of his school bag he had chucked in a bush at the park on the previous Friday, and it was Monday morning last week when I basically went to go and paint the exterior, and then realised I didn't have the sun cream that I usually keep in my car. What I'm going to do is just show you. Here is the last few weeks of footage of my life at the studio, and hope you enjoy.
Guys, ladies, I am so sorry that I haven't updated you all for a week, probably now. We came here on Sunday, today is Wednesday, and knocked down the walls and ripped loads of stuff out, and it was carnage. There was 3 kids in here, a dog, and like 5 adults, and yeah, just didn't even have the time to think about filming anything. But I'm here now. Monday we went and grabbed loads of paint, and I'm just about to paint the toilets, because this main room is just something that we cannot paint yet. So just to get things going, we just said we might as well start painting the toilets. So that is what I'm going to do today. I'll just show you what we did on Sunday. So we knocked this wall out here. It was like a little square room, office. And then we knocked this back wall out here as well. So now, as you can see, the space is honestly just incredible. And we just cannot wait to see it come to life. This down here is going to be our like waiting area, coffee area, drinks area. We did want it near the front because, you know, that's the first thing that you do when you come in, but we actually did a frog tape layout of the reformer beds, and unfortunately there was just not that much room in there, so we just felt like people might feel really sort of hidden and pushed out, and yeah, we just decided that this was going to be our nice waiting area slash drinks area. This is potential a sample of the floor, but we haven't fully decided yet. And then obviously this really needs sorting out. This light's been on since Sunday. We cannot get it off. Josh actually sawed through one of the wires, so that is why I think it's on. I mean, these switches are off. Oh no, is it this one here? Oh my God. No, I can't believe that. That has literally been on since Sunday and it's now Wednesday, and it was literally this switch that's hanging here. Fuming about that. So yeah, my job today is to paint the toilet. So all I'm doing is painting this wall here because that wall's getting wallpapered. This wall's having a new sink on it, so I'm not going to obviously paint that today because it could get ruined. So I'm just painting this wall here and this wall here as well, if I've got time. Might not have time. We can't decide what we're doing with this back wall. We might, we're going to wallpaper that, but then there's this pipe thing here, so we might just panel like the back half. We also grabbed this from B&Q the other day. We had it cut to measure to fit there, and it was £5 for this piece of wood, including that, and some offcuts for the other room as well. So we're really happy about that. I think that's the absolute bargain of the whole studio, to be quite honest. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do now, and I'm going to really crack on with it because I've got about 2 hours until I need to go home. So I'm just going to show you the paint because we have gone funky donkey, but our vibe is very wholesome, earthy reds, and that is what we have gone for. So it's called Red Earth by Farrow and Ball, but we've just had it mixed by the decorators colours. I don't know how the hell to get into this. I mean, I am going to have to obviously sand the walls down and wash them, but I just thought I'd show you this paint while I'm here. I literally can't get the lid off. Oh my God. Wow. It's like a terracotta colour. So we are going very terracotta vibes in here. We're going to have terracotta plant pots, olive trees, and that is the colour. I really need to find a colour similar to this for our like logo branding.
Hello, it is now the day after I filmed the intro to this video yesterday. So it is Wednesday I actually don't know what day it is, the 25th of June. And so much has changed in this studio. I honestly cannot believe it. So the electrician's been today, and already I cannot tell you the feel of it in here compared to before. So the electrician has put spotlights in, and it is mood spotlighting. I cannot even tell you how this makes such a big difference for a space like this. So whether we're doing wellness days or it's just like a really open flow room, like Pilates day, we have just got the perfect lighting. So like look at that change. Honestly, like even this now is such nice lighting in here, like proper dimmed lighting for, like say if we were doing like a wellness day and it's like a really calm space, we might do a sound bath in here and the lights are all dim, but it's not like, when there's no lights on in here, it's obviously very dull, but even this like low lighting, oh my God, it is just so nice. Honestly, I can't believe it. So this is the mat room. obviously still got these mirrors on the wall. And then, so this is the first room that's been done with the lighting, if that makes sense. He's not done the lights in the other room yet. He's doing that tomorrow. I think we need to get a big mirror for here, actually. Although, no, what I might do is hang up the mats and stuff there and then mirror that. Yeah, that's a good idea. This is the toilet. I don't think I've ever shown you this toilet. It's really not a very nice one, I'm not going to lie. It's got men's urinals in here, which we are going to board up eventually. Obviously, everything's very sort of dusty and manky. We've not painted it or anything in here, but we are going to paint it and paint the tiles. We can't really pull that sink out, to be honest. It would just cost far too much money. And then obviously we need to kind of paint it in there, put some flooring in. And then I'll show you the other room, but there is literally no light in this other room, in the first room that you walk into. Like, you can't see anything because the lights have all died a slow death. I think, yeah, I've definitely shown you that wall out and that room out, because I do remember I came here to paint and I showed you. But so nothing really has happened in this space at all. But the bathrooms are complete, pretty much. There's just that back wall there that we are wallpapering, and we've got new sinks to go in. There's obviously no sink in there. And then this one is the same. So same colour, like, we're absolutely obsessed with this colour. I just think it's absolutely stunning, and I would love a colour like this in my house, but it just would not go anywhere. So putting it in somewhere like this is perfect for me. So yeah, we've obviously got two toilets next to each other, and then we've got a toilet in the other room. We've said we're just going to see how it goes, how many people we think kind of go to the toilet without there being queues, and if we find that there's only really one at a time going, then we might end up just using that one as like a bit of a storage room. I do also just think that it's good that we've got two toilets, because there's nothing worse than waiting for the toilet or like a big queue at the toilet. We've also had the boiler all boxed in, which is fab because it just looks so much better. So we obviously do need to paint this as well. But yeah, it's really coming along, and I am just, honestly, about 2 days ago, I actually just felt really stressed. I was just looking around like, I cannot believe we're considering opening in like a month. Like, how are we actually going to be done in a month? But even just from them spotlights being done, and like the roof, so the roof up here was fully hanging down. So the electrician sorted it out today, and yeah, obviously it's not perfect. There's literally insulation hanging out the ceiling. It does just look so much better than it did. So I just think once it's actually fully done and we've got new tiles in, then it will just honestly just look so much better. We obviously need to replace the tiles with all the holes in where the original lighting's been taken out. But it's obviously put the spotlights, like the holes for the spotlights, in here because the beds are going in the middle. So the beds are going in the middle of the spotlight. So it's all been really thought out. Every bed's going in the middle of the spotlight, so there'll never be a spotlight looking down on somebody. And then obviously we'll be the same at the back as well, because there's nothing worse than going to a studio or anywhere where you are laid under a light and it's just shining in your eyes. I've been to plenty of studios like that, and we just did not want that. And obviously we're going to have mood lighting in here as well, so we can dim the lights, brighten the lights, depends on what kind of day it is. If it's really sunny, there'll obviously be a lot more natural light and stuff like that. I did actually paint this wall the colour that we're going for. It's called Joanna by Farrow and Ball. I did it the other night, but then obviously the electricians had to run a cable up the wall. So that needs plastering, so that's fun. He's removed that plug, so we don't need it. So there's a big mirror going there as well. But I just think once the floor's down and there's mirrors in, like, honestly, it's going to look amazing. And I'm so excited to open this space to people. I just feel really blessed that we have not been given this opportunity, because obviously we found the opportunity ourselves, but that we have just done it, and I just feel like it's just going to be a space that so many people want in this area. And yeah, I'm just so excited for the future. You obviously have exclusive access to looking around because I'm not really sharing it anywhere else. We've shared snippets on our actual Instagram page, which by the way is Rise Wellness Club. I don't know if I've actually ever said that's what we're calling it, but that is what we are called. We are called Rise Wellness Club because we want to be a club. Like, we want to be a community, a club. We want people coming here that feel like they are a part of a club. And we're sharing snippets on there, but obviously not as extreme as this. So like not proper behind the scenes. But yeah, that is it for now. And I will try and film more of normal life other than being in here on the next video, but I'm not sure I'll remember. Because as I say, life is manic right now. But I was meant to do a bit of vlogging yesterday and I completely forgot. So I've obviously not vlogged for absolutely ages. I've not really been on YouTube for ages because life has been manic. And me and Josh came away for my birthday yesterday and we are just about to head down for breakfast now. We are staying in the King Street Hotel. King Street Townhouse, sorry. The room is really, really nice, really kind of like traditional. Obviously, we've been to bed and we've got just all packed away now. But yesterday we went to the spa, so I did film a little bit of footage in the spa. That's what you'll have just seen. And we had a hot stone massage, and then we came back, got ready, and went for dinner to a place called the Lucky Cart, which is one of Gordon Ramsay's restaurants. It was absolutely stunning. But yeah, we're just about to head for breakfast now, which I'm really looking forward to. I absolutely love a hotel breakfast. But it's just been really nice to come away when obviously life's just a little bit manic at the minute with setting up the business and Josh training for an Ironman. The kids are both mental as always. They just have so much energy and both have so much personality. You know, when people say that, oh, my second is like the wild child, or like, we have two of those children. Like, they are both wild in their own ways. They both have so much personality. Indy more so, just because she is so confident and she'll speak to anyone. But then Casper, you've got your very highly strung emotional meltdowns from him. So yeah, combined, even though they are great, they can just be so exhausting. And trying to gentle parent when they are both in that phase and you don't catch a break from it, it's just so hard to like regulate yourself to actually respond in a calming and just a calming way, or like actually thinking about what you're about to say rather than just coming out with the first thing that you think of. So just like a break from it, 24 hours is just nice to kind of reset yourself and be like, right, I'm ready. I'm ready to respond calmly. I'm ready to respond in a good way. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it was 24 hours that we needed, but we're heading for breakfast now, and then I'm not sure what we're going to do. Probably just maybe, well, we need to take the bags back to the car. The car park is absolutely miles away. On the website of here, it basically gave 3 car parks. The first one was full, so we chose the second one. It was like a 20-minute walk. Obviously with our bags, it was not fun. And it's kind of raining as well. It's a very miserable weekend in Manchester, very standard Manchester weekend. If you are very aware of Manchester, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's just one of those miserable Manchester weekends. But yeah, we might just grab a coffee on the way out and we'll see. But yeah, heading for breakfast now. Happy Monday, everybody. It is all systems go here now. I have... It's 10:30. I've been to the gym and the food shop's just arrived, and now I'm going to quickly go to the studio to meet the plasterer. He's already been there, I think, for about 2 hours, but I just need to see how he's getting on and move things around. And then I'm going into town because me and Josh need to sign our will, which we've been putting off for months. I don't know why. Well, we haven't been putting it off. We've obviously just been really, really busy. It's just one of them things that I'm like really anxious about for some reason. Like, if we sign this will, it's like it was meant to be if something bad happens, and I know that's really bad, and I don't even want to put it out into the universe, but there we go. That is how I feel about it. And then I'm meeting a lovely lady who we will be potentially working with in the studio, and then probably be going back to the studio, back home, tea, nursery run, back to the studio to paint. It is literally all systems go at the minute. I'm sick of getting in and out of the car. I'm not going to lie, but it is what it is. But this camera really needs charging and I can't find a charger. So I'm not going to take it with me now. I'm going to try and charge it at some point this afternoon, and then I'm going to take it to studio tonight and I'll just show you what is going on. Hello. This has been a long time coming. I have not been on here for absolutely ages. It is going to be the most random vlog ever, but we made it. This studio is now usable, it's finished, it's ready to welcome the public, general public. Also, please excuse the state of me today. It is the start of the summer holidays. I quickly rushed the kids to Josh's mum's and then just came straight. In fact, no, I didn't. I went to B&Q and B&M and then I came straight here. But this is the finished studio. I am obsessed. Honestly, obsessed. I can't believe it's mine. It just feels like a dream come true. It feels like heaven stepping foot in here. And I am just obsessed with every single thing about it. There's nothing that I would change. Literally nothing. Yeah, we open the doors in about 5 days, but this evening I've got a class just for a group of girls, just to let them come in, take some content. I also need to practice as much as possible. So what I've been doing today is cleaning and practicing a flow just to obviously get myself used to what I'm going to teach. And I've just been doing like inventory and things like that for all our socks that we're selling. But we have 8 reformer beds, and then we have a mat room as well, which is not quite finished yet actually. We need to get the bar on the wall, and we've got some curtains to hang as well. But yeah, this is the bar room. I really need to remove this table. That was from our open day. So we had an open day. How long ago was it now? It was on Saturday. Today is Wednesday. So it was about 5 days ago, and it went really, 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 really well. And hopefully we enticed enough people to come in. And yeah, our first class is literally in 5 days. So yeah, all the curtains need hanging up here, just like they are in the other room. And then this room will literally be complete. We will eventually get some sort of blinds for the windows, but obviously it's nice to have natural light. I've got the same sort of lighting in here. So it's like proper mood lighting. I can get the lighting really dim, which is just really nice, especially on a winter's day. Like, how nice is this lighting going to be when it's dark outside at like 4 o'clock at night or 7 o'clock in the morning? Stunning. But yeah, honestly, every time I walk into this room, it just feels like my Pinterest board. It feels like exactly how I wanted it to look. Or we wanted it to look, should I say, because obviously I do have a business partner. But yeah, it's exactly how we pictured it, and we are just obsessed. So I'm hoping that I can actually get back into vlogging now. When I say that I have spent every single hour here, if I've been at home and the kids have been awake, I've been looking after the kids, doing the tea, doing the laundry, cleaning the house, whatever comes with mum life. Obviously trying to be as present as I can with them because I've not been at home that much. And then as soon as the kids have been in bed or Josh has been at home, I have been here painting, building, bashing, going to B&Q 7,000 times. There's so much stuff that I've done. Obviously putting the beds together when they arrived, going to IKEA for the curtains, coming in and just checking what needed doing. But yeah, every single thing. The whole reno was pretty much done by us, and other than obviously electrics because we can't do that, and all the joiner work because we also cannot do that. But everything else, and also the floor, we can't fit floors. Everything else was done by us. The painting was done by us. The branding was done by us. The interior design was done by us. All the furniture building was done by us. And yeah, I've spent a lot of time here, so I know a lot of you have said that you are missing me on YouTube. But hopefully I can be back now because life can be a little bit more on track. I am working here on average 3 days a week. Some days it will only be 2 days a week. It just completely depends what weekend I'm doing, because we're doing like alternate weekends, just so that not everyone's having to commit to every single weekend, because I think it's just such a big thing to ask. And when you're teaching, you have to bring the energy, you have to bring the vibe. And if you are just constantly working every single Saturday, saying no to plans, saying no to going out on a Friday night, saying no to going out with your friends on a Saturday, or maybe no to going out with your boyfriend on a Saturday, you are going to get sick of training, teaching. So we didn't want anyone in that position. So like I say, we are trying to do alternate weekends, or at least like 2 or 3 each a month, rather than everyone, like one person doing every single one. But yeah, this feels like an absolute dream. It's mad because I feel like a year ago, I don't know if it's a bad thing or not, but this just was not in the pipeline for me at all. And I know some people might sit there and think, God, it's been my dream to open my own Pilates studio for years, or it's been my dream to open my own dance studio for years. And I do get that it was a dream that felt like a dream and it happened very quickly. But also, I feel like as a family, we have worked hard to get towards, if we do have a goal, being able to accomplish it soon or quickly. I know so many have asked you how this was funded, and I was going to do like a sit down Q&A about it, but to be honest, everyone just asked me the same question, which was how did you fund it? And I'm not going to lie and say that it mainly came from Josh. So we just took money out of our businesses and put it into this. Obviously my business partner has put money in as well. So because we are in the fitness industry anyway, like fitness social, we can draw money out of our business accounts to open up and like invest in another fitness account, into like another fitness business. Obviously if we was going to go and open, I don't know, a toy shop, we wouldn't be able to take money from our businesses because it's not like expanding services, if that makes sense. So Josh mainly gave me a business loan, and then I just took a little bit out of mine. But yeah, mainly going to come from Josh, and I'm not going to sit here and lie about it because it's been very touchy bum time. The budget kept getting higher and higher. At one point I was trying to apply for loans, but because we're a brand new business, it is so hard to do that. I've literally just took every penny I've got out of my bank account basically, and I've got nothing left. Got nothing left to give. So I'm hoping in the next 2 or 3 months we can just build a bit of money back up, just to put a bit of money back in the bank accounts, our normal bank accounts, business. Because they are mine is just empty, it's dry. And yeah, the budget just kept getting higher and higher. There's just so many things, like the electrician was twice as much as I thought it would be. The floor was probably about the same. Like just the little things like going to IKEA, like buying furniture from IKEA just adds up, doesn't it? Like shelving, cups, glasses, cabinets. What else did we get from IKEA? Like baskets, things like that. Like even B&M. I've literally been to B&M this morning and spent 50 quid on a kitchen bin, cloths, bathroom cleaning products, and one basket, and it was £50. It's just little things like that I think in reality we just kept putting it through the business account. Like there's a DIY shop on the same complex as us, and we honestly in the first few weeks must have gone there 100 times and bought loads of frog tape. Frog tape's £7 a roll. Like I bet we spent £100 on frog tape that we probably did not need to spend, but we just did it. Like there's a lot of things that we did that we probably wouldn't do again. Like using frog tape. I would just clean it instead, but at the time it just seemed so much easier to think about using frog tape. rather than making a mess and then trying to clean it. And our plan is to open another one. Like, this is not the only one that we are going to open, but we will not be doing it ourselves, especially because we'll already have this one, so we just cannot do it. Like, we will have to get some sort of project manager that will do all the building and everything like that. But there was a lot to do in this building. There was just so much more than we ever imagined. Like the floor, obviously, like ripping that up, hiding plug sockets, plastering walls. Like, we had to fully plaster the walls that we knocked out. Like, we didn't even think about that. We knew we were knocking walls out. So where I'm sat now basically was like a really small office. That was the back wall. Where I'm sat now was like a wall with a window, and then like the door was like here, so it matched up to that at the end of this wall here, and it came like all the way down. But obviously where that wall came out, where that room came out, we needed to plaster the wall, and we just didn't even think about things like that. So there was a lot of things that cropped up that we just didn't even think about. And if we were ever to, and to be honest, it's a really big space. We've obviously got 2 rooms. If we did another, we might not have 2 rooms. We might just have a reformer room, or we might just have a mat and a bar room. It just completely depends on what situation we are in, what buildings we can find, what location we want it to be. But this is a really big space. We've obviously got this whole floor here, well, this whole room, and then the whole room in there. Where's the door? There. And then even the bathrooms, like, we've got 3 toilets. That is a lot of toilets. But also it's a good thing, because I do just think, like, there's nothing worse than coming somewhere like this and having to queue for a toilet. So this is toilet number 1. Again, pin actually costs a fortune. We bought so much pin. We've had to replace the sinks. So this unit and the sink, they were probably like, and the taps, honestly, probably £300 each, but they were also in sale. Again, it's just things like that we didn't put into the plan, because we weren't actually going to do that. We were just going to paint the toilets and leave the sink as it was. But it was honestly just so old-fashioned and run down that we were just like, we cannot leave these sinks like this. We've got a new toilet seat for this one because it was really badly broken. But yeah, just little, like, we had some bargains. Like, we found this wood in B&Q for £5, and he cut it for us perfectly to fit in here. That was like bargain. But then, like, this toilet roll holder, I think they were like 25 quid, and we've got 3 of them. Probably didn't need to do it, but at the time we bought them, we had a lot of money left and thought we had enough. We didn't. And then, yeah, just little things like all the mirrors, the paint, these as well, with our soap in. Then, like, the joiners boxed all these into the boiler. I think it's the boiler that's in here. Yeah, the boiler's in there. But, you know, if you have it on show, it just doesn't look very nice, does it? And it's also come in really handy as like a bit of a storage thing as well. We've just stored our jump boards in there. Don't even know where the other ones are, actually. So yeah, it's just little things like that have cost money, where we didn't really necessarily consider that it would. But it's all right, we're done now. I might be in debt, but hopefully not for long. And then this is our little chill out area, which is just one of my favourite spaces. It just feels so cozy, and I just feel like I could sit here forever, to be honest. Obviously we've got half an hour between most classes, so we just thought a lot of Pilates studios, they just rush people in and out, and it's expensive. It's expensive to be a Pilates princess. If you come in here and you get kicked out as soon as you're finished, it's just not a good feeling, is it? So we've got half an hour between our classes, just to make sure that people can come and sit, they can make a coffee, they can grab a drink, they can grab a protein bar, they can grab a pair of new socks if that's what they want. Like, that is what we wanted. We wanted people to just come here knowing they don't actually have to leave for half an hour, rather than being rushed out the door. whether they've got to talk to someone, or you know, they might just want to sit and do an Instagram post before leaving. They might wanted to have spoken to someone, but then they also really needed the toilet, and if they needed the toilet and then it's taken that long to go to the toilet, then they have to leave. They don't have to do that. Like, there's just enough time for them to just be here. So this is our little unit. I say little, it's absolutely massive. When we first drew this up in our heads, it looked really tiny, and it's the biggest thing ever, but do you know what, it works really well. We've got a fridge stocked full of drinks, so these are like for people to be buying. And then we've got a coffee machine, which I've not used yet. I'm just about to use it for the first time. I did just go to the shop, buy some milk. We've got free water. I need to replace that though. And then these are all our socks that we're selling. So grip socks, obviously a very important thing for a Pilates girly. We really need to get some male socks though. But yeah, it's just everything, like even these little stands and these little pegs, like just things like this, we needed them. They display our socks, but they cost money. Socks, all the socks obviously cost money as well. It's little things like that, like even though we knew we wanted them, we didn't think that actually you have to buy them before people buy them as well, before we sell them. And then we've got all our weights in here that we'll use, but I think once we've got some porridge pots and stuff coming as well, I think once they arrive we will actually move all the porridge and the protein up here, and we'll probably put the weights somewhere else. They need to go in a basket, to be honest. We just can't really decide. And then I've ordered a railing for here, as we start selling like t-shirts and bags and things like that. So yeah, this is our space, and we are just so happy with it. So if anyone has any questions on how much it actually did cost, then feel free to message me. I don't feel like I really want to talk about it on here because I just feel like money is such a big thing for people. I know that there'll be some comments somewhere saying that, I don't really know, to be honest, but yeah, it was funded ourselves privately / didn't take any loans, but if, to be honest, if we could still take a loan now, then I would. I was trying to get one of those like business grant loans for a startup business, and because the interest that you have to pay is literally not that much. I think I applied for £3,000, and the interest I would pay on £3,000 was going to be like £125, which is just nothing. So I still personally would do that. I'm just waiting on a reply, really. But yeah, obviously, like even just all the equipment, everything just costs money. Obviously the beds cost a lot of money as well. This tree we bought in the sale, we knew we wanted an olive tree, and it came up for sale. The range had a sale on olive trees for £75. So that massive tree was £75. I was like, oh my god, I need one for the garden as well, but budget said no. I was like, I cannot do that. This studio is more important. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna try and edit this tomorrow, and then try and put it live next week maybe, because the one that I need to edit before this, I'll obviously try and put it live tomorrow or Friday. And I think that's all from me, and I am just going to try and get back into vlogging as much as possible, just like a day in the life, a day as a business owner. You know, we have some exciting trips coming up as well. We are going away for Casper's birthday. We are actually going to the West Midlands Safari Park, which I am so excited about. I've wanted to go there for ages. I actually saved up to go last year, and I was too late. By the time I came around to booking it, it all sold out for like the rooms that we wanted. We either wanted to do giraffe, rhino, elephant. If that was always available, I would have booked it, but honestly everything sold out last year. So this year I knew that I had to book it by like May. So we went to London instead last year. I don't know if anyone remembers, we actually went to London for Casper's birthday and went to stay with my friend Emma. Well, we stayed in an Airbnb, and then so as soon as we'd done that, so the money that I'd saved for the West Midlands, we spent on going to London. We went to Paddington, and then I just literally started saving from last August to May, and I booked us the rhino room, and I'm honestly so excited. And then we're going to stay with my friend Emma again from there because she's only an hour away. And then towards the end of August, bank holiday, we are going to Northumberland in the motorhome for 4 days. So I'll definitely try and film that actually, because the last motorhome vlog that we did, I actually really enjoy watching it, and it was just really funny. So I will definitely vlog that. And I'll definitely vlog the West Midlands, to be fair, because I just feel like it's something people want to see. I know it's a really expensive trip, and I think people just kind of want to see if it's worth it. So hopefully it is worth it, and the video that I do will show that. But yeah, again, it's not one of them things. I don't want people watching this thinking, as if you've just booked that. I did not book it off a whim. I saved for 8 months to book that. I just knew that the kids were just such a good age for it, and they'd be so excited. And it's always been on my bucket list to go, to be quite honest. I just think the lodges look amazing. The zoo looks amazing. You can literally drive around with the giraffes walking around your cars. Um, and yeah, I just know that he will absolutely love it. So that's like his main birthday treat, to be honest. I haven't really bought him many other things. I'll probably do a vlog. Well, the vlog that I do when we're there, because we are actually waking up there on his birthday, so I will take his presents. So you'll be able to see what I've got him, but I've not got him that much, like I say, because that is his like main birthday treat. But thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we can just get back on track with vlogging and catch up soon. But thank you for watching. Thank you so much for everyone that has sent love so far on this journey, and I will catch up soon.